NBC News, America's news leader.
Sunday, once the top man in Iraq, Paul Bremer says his warnings were ignored by his Washington bosses.
Did this have to happen?
Dateline Sunday, NBC 7/6 Central.
Monday, his school project nearly got him killed. Now back from Iraq, he tells Rita his whole story. Rita Cosby live and direct, MSNBC Monday.
Sports with Matt Lincoln on KTVE Region 10 News.
Good evening, I'm Keedron Dotson. Coming up on KTVE Region 10 News at 6, coverage you can count on. An American sailor is in Japanese custody after being accused of killing a 56-year-old woman. Plus, Israeli Prime Minister Ariel Sharon continues to fight for his life as the country decides what's next.
Good evening, I'm Region 10 forecaster Laura Monserrati. Well, so far still extremely dry in the area, and believe it or not, it's only going to get warmer from here. Stay tuned, I'll have all the details coming up.
From Monroe, West Monroe to El Dorado and throughout Region 10, this is KTVE Region 10 News at 6. Coverage you can count on.
Thanks for joining us. Representative Tom DeLay is giving up his role as House Majority Leader. That is your top story this evening. In a letter sent to his colleagues, DeLay requested a conference to elect a new leader. DeLay says he has always acted in an ethical manner, but the focus has to be on the matters of the country and not on his legal problems.
You know, serving in that capacity through the trust and confidence of my colleagues in the House has been really a great honor these last 3 years. But the job of Majority Leader is too important to be hamstrung by personal distractions.
DeLay is currently battling campaign finance charges in Texas. Well, federal investigators are now at the site of this week's mine tragedy. As families continue to heal from the disaster, officials are trying to piece together what went wrong. Authorities have also released 911 tapes from the rescue effort. Here's Tom Costello with more from West Virginia.
Those who know him say Randall McCloy is a fighter who is now in the second fight of his life. Having survived nearly 2 days underground, he now spends hours every day in a hyperbaric chamber as doctors try to flood his blood with oxygen. They're also concerned about a collapsed lung.
It now appears pretty clear that the cause of all of this is inflammation in the airways of his lungs, likely a result of him inhaling the gases and all of the dust.
His wife Anna says he is determined to pull through for their 2 small children.
He was strong enough to live through what he lived through, and it's unbelievable. It's amazing that he done that. You know, that usually does not happen. So, you know, he should be able to pull through this.
Back in West Virginia, the small towns that make up the coal country are mourning the men who died in the mine. And authorities have now released radio traffic of the first minutes of the disaster.
We're being informed that there are several men trapped inside. We're going to need a lot of help.
6:30 Monday morning, and the tiny Upshur County 911 center was suddenly in disaster mode. Dispatchers immediately mobilized emergency crews, but they don't reach the miners until 40 hours later. And then the gut-wrenching messages that turned out to be wrong, that all 12 had survived.
They did find them and they're all okay, I guess, so I think we might be transporting them.
I need 10 medic units. Get me any available aircraft that can fly.
Okay, and what am I telling you?
Just saying they headed 12 and they're bringing them out.
And they were all alive?
As far as they know, so far.
They weren't alive, and investigators are now focusing on whether a bolt of lightning may have set off an explosion deep inside the Sago mine.
And there's great news to report this evening on the condition of the sole survivor. Randall McCloy's lungs, heart, and brain activity are getting better.
I am thrilled to report that we have had terrific success overnight. Mr. McCloy's oxygen requirements and support by the ventilator have been reduced dramatically. He's breathing 40% oxygen today on much reduced pressure support, and his chest x-ray looks dramatically better.
And his doctor says he remains in critical condition, but continues to show substantial improvement every day. Well, the U.S. military handed over an American sailor suspected of killing and robbing a Japanese woman. 21-year-old William Reese was arrested after being escorted to a police station just south of Tokyo. Reese is accused of beating a 56-year-old woman to death and stealing her money. Japanese media claim the American sailor confessed to the January 3rd killing, but neither local police nor the Navy could confirm the reports. The U.S. Embassy in Tokyo issued a statement expressing regret for the alleged incident. Well, doctors say Israeli Prime Minister Ariel Sharon is showing some signs of improvement, but it's too early to tell if the 77-year-old will survive. Ned Colt has more on how the leader is struggling for his life.
Doctors tonight say they're continuing to fight for the life of Prime Minister Ariel Sharon. He remains in critical but stable condition. However, doctors say there has been a reduction in the swelling in his brain, and that clearly is a good sign. That said, they do say that it's still too early to make any long-term prognosis.
First of all, we have to stable the situation and fight for the life of the Prime Minister. And then we'll evaluate the different neurological function of the Prime Minister.
Now, doctors had planned to bring Sharon out of his medically induced coma tomorrow, but following yesterday's third surgery since Thursday, they've decided to delay that for as many as 48 hours. That's going to allow more time for Sharon's brain to heal. It will also enable doctors to make a medical plan for the coming days. Now, there has been clearly no dramatic change in the Prime Minister's condition tonight, but he remains alive, and his doctors are saying for now that remains their goal, to keep him alive. Back to you.
All right, thanks. That was Ned Colt reporting tonight from Jerusalem. Well, the flood of hurricane victims from New Orleans has caused a crime wave in Houston. Officials say the city's murder rate jumped 23% last year. 150,000 people took shelter in Houston after the storm. Just over Thanksgiving weekend, about 14 people were killed. That's about twice the usual number. The city recorded 63 more murders than in 2004, and at least 10 of them involved suspects or victims from New Orleans. But one city council member said the evacuees should not be used as scapegoats because the city's murder rate was increasing before the hurricane hit.
We love you.
And it's more trouble for singer Michael Jackson, but this time from a California veterinarian. Martin Dinays claims Jackson owes him more than $90,000 for the care of flamingos, giraffes, and orangutans. Dinays cares for the animals at the singer's Neverland Ranch. Jackson has been in Bahrain since he was acquitted of child molestation charges in June. Jackson says he cannot comment on the suit, but a hearing is set for May. Southwest Airlines is bailing out travelers holding Independence Air tickets. Independence Air collapsed last week, leaving its customers with useless tickets. Southwest Airlines is offering a free seat to those with Independence Air tickets. Other carriers are charging up to $100 for a confirmed seat and $50 for a standby ticket. Industry experts say the move may result in great publicity for Southwest Airlines. Well, according to Men's Fitness magazine, Chicago is this year's fattest city. The Windy City tops the magazine's list of the 25 fattest cities in America. And while the magazine admits the list is not scientific, it did take several factors into consideration. While Chicago moved up from number 5 fattest city last year, Las Vegas made the fat leap from 9th to 2nd place. The magazine also released a list of the 25 fittest cities, where Baltimore was ranked number 1. Well, still to come on KTVE Region 10 News at 6, we'll show you a girl who's responsible for saving her family's life. But first, forecaster Laura Monserrati has a weather preview from the Doppler Storm Center. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Keedron. Well, today, pretty nice temperatures outside, definitely on the mild side, but tonight cooling down a little bit to lows in the lower 40s and warming up drastically for highs in the mid-70s tomorrow, partly cloudy skies. Stay tuned. I'll have more in your forecast straight ahead.
Stay tuned. You're watching KTVE Region 10 News at 6. Coverage you can count on for Three Creeks, Haynesville, and Grambling.
Here's big news on term life insurance. Now you can get the protection your family needs from one of the nation's most respected insurers at great rates. Matrix Direct now offers quality coverage from American General Life, a highly rated insurer with over 75 years of experience. A 40-year-old man can get $250,000 policy for less than $14 a month. A 40-year-old woman can get that same coverage for less than $12 a month. This is insurance you can depend on from American General Life, one of the nation's strongest insurance companies. American General Life will be there when you need protection most. Call now for your free quote on quality term life insurance. The call is free, the quote is free, and there's no obligation.
Call Matrix Direct now for your free quote. Call 1-800-620-6247. It only takes 5 minutes to get a free quote. That's 1-800-620-6247. 1-800-620-6247.
NBC Monday is all new, all night. First on Surface. In the countdown to the finale, find out where they really come from.
This creature was designed.
Then, on Las Vegas, is the casino haunted?
Monica came back from the dead. Nah.
And on Medium, a vision of her daughter missing will unleash a mother's fury.
You're under arrest.
All new Surface, Vegas and Medium, Monday on NBC.
Ryan Mitsubishi has real import value. Now reduced to sell fast. 06 Galant DE, power windows, locks, keyless entry, CD, 5-star safety rated, and 30 MPG, $17,995. 06 Lancer ES, power windows, locks, CD, and 35 MPG, now $12,495. Get the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, plus see the all-new 06 263-horse Eclipse.
Compare the value at Ryan Mitsubishi in Monroe.
Price and selection. That's why everybody should be buying Ryan.
A 12-year-old turned into a hero when her family found themselves face-to-face with a robber armed with a gun. The young girl kept her cool as she got her brothers out of harm's way. Here's Juliet Vera with the amazing story.
This Springdale drive-thru is work for this mom and dad. Their 4 kids like being their little helpers.
We usually hang out as a family down here because we work as a team.
It's kind of hard to get a babysitter for 4 kids. And too expensive for them. So this Springdale Quick and Cold is where 12-year-old Desiree and her 3 brothers hang out, despite the dangers.
They told me that if you see a bad person with a gun, run, hide, get your brothers, and call 911.
On Wednesday night, that talk paid off. In this video, you can see why. Desiree was right there when a masked gunman walked up and demanded money. All the while, the 3 boys were in the office playing. They had no idea.
He come in and he pointed the gun at my wife.
I froze up. I couldn't move. But Desiree sprung into action. You can see she calmly sneaks away from the bad guy and goes straight for her brothers. Check her out as she rounds them all up and hides them in the bathroom.
And I said, uh-oh, what's Mom and Dad going to do? I'm like, they'll be fine as long as we're in here. We're safe.
She thought about her brothers in the office. As soon as she seen the gun, she slipped away from the man and got him to safety.
She did everything that she was told to do.
The whole time, keeping her cool. Now that's what you call a big sister.
A K-9 tracked the suspect's scent, but unfortunately lost it, so the robber is still on the loose. And coming up on KTVE Region 10 News at 6, forecaster Laura Monserrati will tell us if these cool temperatures will be a part of your work week. Stay there. You're watching KTVE Region 10 News at 6, coverage you can count on for Lake Providence, Ruston, and Lawson.
Better selections, better service, better prices. Ivan Smith, saving you more on the look you want. With 36 locations throughout the Architects, there's going to be one close to you with that friendly hometown service. You know, the kind you get when you deal with people you know and trust. Ivan Smith Furniture. Why shop anywhere else?
Bills piling up? Maybe it's time to make a few cuts. With an equity credit line from Bancorp South, you can consolidate your bills and cut your high-interest debt with no closing costs. Your interest may even be tax-deductible. Equity credit line from Bancorp South.
At El Dorado Mobile Homes, we realize that buying a home is one of the most expensive purchases you'll ever make. Today's manufactured homes are built with the same materials as site-built homes, only in a controlled factory environment in which the quality of construction is superior to what can be done outdoors.
The professional staff at El Dorado Mobile Homes will assist you in finding your perfect home with spacious living rooms, custom cabinets, and quality appliances. The finest quality homes at the best prices. Come see us at El Dorado Mobile Homes.
So I told my friend I'd switch my car insurance to Direct, and you know what she did? She laughed. You mean the ones with that cheesy jingle, save a lot of money when you buy Direct? I said, yeah. I told her Direct had just lowered rates, and then I told her I'd saved hundreds of dollars on my car insurance. Now who's laughing? Thanks, Direct.
At Direct, we've got hundreds of neighborhood offices and new low rates. Our competitors hate it. You'll love it.
Save a lot of money when you buy Direct.
It's time now for weather, and Region 10 forecaster Laura Monserrati is here. Laura, before we begin, I want to say happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much, and I won't tell you my age,
okay.
Don't even ask.
I asked in the commercial break.
All right.
I'll get it. But listen, it was pretty cold last night. To me, it was pretty cool. So what can we expect later on?
Well, we saw freezing temperatures last night, so definitely on the cold side last night. This afternoon was beautiful today, though. We had temperatures in the mid-60s, a nice breeze outside, and a whole lot of sunshine. So nothing to complain about as far as this afternoon goes. And as far as tomorrow afternoon, well, a little bit warmer than we saw today. So we're just creeping up there on the temperature scale, unseasonably warm for sure. But right now, taking a look at your Singular Wireless City Cam 10, unfortunately, the news is still no rain in the Arklamis area. So across the Twin Cities, it's dry, and it looks like tonight we are going to remain dry in the area for the next several days or so. So unfortunately, I can't tell you there's rain in our forecast, but a little bit warmer of temperatures, depending on whether you like warmer temperatures or not. That can be good or bad news, but a nice breeze outside tonight. So no matter how warm it feels to you, there's definitely going to be a nice breeze out there. Clear skies this evening, and lows a little bit warmer than last night's lows, right in the lower end of the 40s. But tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy skies, so still a little bit of sunshine for you in the afternoon. And look at these highs, jumping up to 74 degrees for a high tomorrow afternoon. And to top that, we have some serious winds from the southwest between 10 and 20 miles per hour. So definitely a whole lot of weather tomorrow. We're going to have warm temperatures and some strong breezes out there. But right now it's 56 degrees in Monroe, clear skies, a slight breeze at about 8 miles per hour coming from the south, which has warmed us up slightly. In El Dorado, clear skies, about 62 degrees, and southerly winds at about 7 miles per hour. So pretty similar temperatures between El Dorado and Monroe right now. 55 in El Dorado, like I said, and 56 in Monroe. But a little bit cooler in Greenville at 51, Alexandria a little bit warmer at 60, and 52 degrees right now in Jackson, Mississippi. But taking a look at our 24-hour temperature change, this is what is pretty interesting to me to see from just 24 hours ago how much warmer it has climbed up to. It has climbed up 19 degrees since 24 hours ago in Monroe and 18 degrees in El Dorado. So from just a short while ago, we have jumped up in temperatures. We saw freezing temperatures overnight, and then of course this afternoon in the mid-60s. So we're having some drastic ranges from the morning to the afternoon. But the rest of the country looking pretty warm as well. You can see in the northwest part of the country in the mid-40s. So we're really not that much far off from them right now. So considering that we are actually, believe it or not, warmer than Central Florida at 49 degrees. So that is a little bit of good news, feeling like Florida temperatures right now. But no rainfall in the rest of the part of the country. We're not the only dry ones right now. Pretty much everyone around the country, except of course for the northwest part of the country, seeing no rain, definitely some seriously dry weather, which also brings a chance of fire weather. But as we have seen lots of fires in the area, it's because no rain in the area to keep any moisture from preventing those fires. But as far as tomorrow, unfortunately, still no rain. Highs in the mid-70s by noontime, already warming up to 70, and that's considering our low is in the lower end of the 40s. That is a major jump in just a few hours. But there is some hope. Monday night, Tuesday morning, there could be a shower or two, so I wouldn't get your hopes up too much. I mean, literally a shower or two in the area, but nothing too significant.
All right, with a gusty and warm, then yeah, the fires are big risk.
Serious breezes, dry weather, that's when you see a lot of those brush fires. A little fire can turn into something a lot major.
But we do have a ban, so that's a good thing. So
yeah,
fire ban. All right, thank you, Laura. In your health news this evening, veterinarians in Britain are teaching pet owners how to help their overweight cats and dogs. Studies show 1 in 3 pets in the UK are packing on the pounds. This dog, Sheba, is one of the hospital's newest pets. Sheba will receive a thorough medical examination followed by a dietary and exercise plan over several weeks. Scientists hope to use this data to improve their understanding of obesity in pets. And in your entertainment news this evening, actor George Clooney plans his return as Danny Ocean, and one favorite talk show host will soon get to hold an Oscar. Jason Kennedy has those stories and more in the E! News Report.
Steve Martin, Billy Crystal, Whoopi Goldberg, and Chris Rock. They all turned down hosting duties for this year's Oscars. The Motion Picture Academy confirms they do have a taker, though. The Daily Show's Jon Stewart will MC Hollywood's biggest night. This marks his first time, but he has experience. He hosted the Grammy Awards in 2001 and 2002.
How long's Danny been in jail?
Just a couple of days, really.
George Clooney and Steven Soderbergh are hoping for a lucky 13. The two are getting ready to reassemble the gang for a third time in Ocean's 13, with Clooney starring and Steven Soderbergh directing. A first script is done, and cameras could roll on the project later this year. Lindsay Lohan had quite a year in 2005 after being relentlessly chased by the paparazzi, scrutinized about her sudden weight loss and rumored drug use. Lindsay finally now is revealing in an honest and vulnerable interview with Vanity Fair magazine.
To be honest,
Lindsay is admitting to suffering from bulimia and getting so thin she looked disgusting to herself. The actress also reveals she's used some drugs, but that's out of her system now. With a final tally of $380 million at the box office, Star Wars Episode III, Revenge of the Sith, was the top-grossing film of 2005. It was the only film to pass the $300 million mark overall. Movie attendance fell about 7% from 2004. That's all for the E! News Report. I'm Jason Kennedy.
All right, thanks, Jason. And now sports anchor Matt Lincoln joins us. Matt, what a great day, exciting events, and you were quite the celebrity today.
Well, yeah, in Bastrop, they had the parade commemorating a great win for the Rams in the state title game. We'll take you there coming up. You're watching KTVE Region 10 News at 6. Coverage you can count on for Delhi, Jonesboro, and Oak Grove.
A national study by Health Grades summed up Glenwood's cardiac program in 2 words: Louisiana's best. They named Glenwood #1 for heart surgery, #1 for overall cardiac services, placing us in the top 10% nationwide, meaning the region's best cardiac program is also the closest.
Monday, an all-new medium.
Bye, my beautiful girls.
A mother's love is unconditional.
I love you, Ariel.
But in the blink of an eye...
Hello?
Do you happen to know where she is?
No.
I do.
Now, her visions will release a mother's fury.
Pursuant to the Penal Code of the state of Arizona, you're under arrest.
All new medium, Monday on NBC.
Monroe, something wicked this way comes. By Bayou Power Sports presents the Monroe Arena Cross and Freestyle Show at the Monroe Civic Center. Be there as the gates open at 6:30 on January 14th. Race action starts at 7:30. Watch the Bar-to-Bar race action. Plus, check out the huge freestyle show featuring Cody Elkins and Monroe taking this back flip. January 14th at the Monroe Civic Center. You've seen it on TV. Now come see it live.
Year-end clearance sale at Bodie's Furniture. Bodie's must move mountains of furniture.
At savings of 30 up to a whopping 50% off. As all living rooms
Are selling out.
all bedrooms,
Clearing out.
all dining rooms, recliners, and mattresses
Are moving out.
Plus, today at Bodie's, you can buy with 12 months, same as cash.
It's the once-a-year savings event.
You don't want to miss.
Our cleanup,
Clear out.
close out,
But get here before we're sold out.
year-end clearance sale.
At Bodie's Furniture.
Highway 167 South, Ruston.
Well, you can't blame the city of Bastrop for being excited. It's been 78 years since they won a state title in football. Today, they celebrated that victory one more time with a championship parade. The caravan began at the school and looped around downtown Bastrop. Rams coach Brad Bradshaw served as the Grand Marshal, and the players, band, and other spirit groups drove the route, thanking their fans by, chucking out candy and waving. Hundreds of fans lined the streets to cheer on the only undefeated team in the LHSAA this year. Hey, I was also in attendance as I presented the KTVE, KARD, and Champion Trophies in Ruston Top Play of the Year award to James Brown for his opening kickoff return for a TD in the title game. Well, it was another month full of great days for the Bastrop players and staff.
Well, it's an honor, to culminate the events that happened this year with winning the state championship. Great community support, great school participation today, and it was a special feeling for our young people.
LSU men's hoops was hoping to get a crack at toppling undefeated UConn. Well, the second-ranked Huskies ruined that by losing to Marquette this week. Still a big game for the Tigers, though, looking for a marquee win to hopefully get back in the top 25. And they played fantastically in the first half. Tigers came out gunning. Tyrus Thomas shot in the lane. LSU up 12 on the second-ranked team in the land. But UConn came back with a vengeance. Rudy Gay, tough shot in the lane. 4 minutes left, tied at 59. Moments later, Hilton Armstrong this time down low with a jam. Huskies up by 2. Seconds ticking down. Tigers have one more chance. Down 1. Darryl Mitchell. No, he misses that shot. 67-66. UConn wins. Tigers' 5 losses this year have been by combined 11 points. LSU ladies in a tough battle with number 15 Minnesota. Tough first half for the Lady Tigers. Minnesota's April Calhoun hits a jumper. Part of a 14-1 run. Tigers trail by 4. Second half, here comes LSU on the steal. Rashante LeBlanc finishes it. LSU up 1. Then Simone Augustus. What a player she is. She had a great game today. Look at this move. No one can stop her in the lane like that. LSU up by 5. More Augustus. She would finish with a 3-pointer here. 25 points for her. LSU stays undefeated. 66-45. They beat Minnesota. Well, ULM men kick off conference play in about 40 minutes. Orlando Early's first trip through the Southland will also be his last. The Tribe joining the Sun Belt next season. Indians hoping maybe the best team in the SLC tonight. Northwestern State comes to Fayette Ewing. With ULM's youth and inexperience, they'll surely have their hands full with the Demons, but senior guard Adrian Harper says the team is beginning to gel together right in time for conference.
Yeah, I feel like we're at a comfortable level, but, you can always be better. And so we started pressing hard in practice, trying to, like you say, we got a lot of new faces, so, it's going to take a while for everybody to get to know each other, but, we almost at that point.
That game tips off at 7 o'clock. ULM women also kicking off conference play. They lose in Natchitoches 58-54. They're 0-1 now in the Southland. Both Tech squads in action today after beating Boise by 3 2 days ago. The Bulldogs stay in state to take on Idaho, and they prevail 66-61. Paul Millsap, 21 points, 16 boards for the Dogs. Coming up tonight, Techsters host the Lady Broncos at the Thomas Assembly Center. High school hoops, final day of the Don Redden Memorial Classic Consolation Finals. West Monroe tangling with Carroll. First quarter, West Monroe's Dwayne Lathan. Got to get a hand in his face. Big 3. Rebs up by 3. Sea Dogs answer, though. Nice pass underneath. Richard Dantzler finishes. Carroll down 1. More sharpshooting, though, from Lathan. I told you, you got to get a hand in this kid's face. He hits that one as well. Rebs up 4. This game not over yet right now. Rebs in control, though, in the fourth quarter, 59-44. And fishing game update. Major times of 6:10 a.m. and 6:35 p.m. And in Ouachita tonight, the championship game of that tournament, Ouachita plays Waspin.
All right, congratulations to James Brown, Coach Bradshaw.
That's right. All those guys, they've been just on cloud 9 now for the last month. Yeah. It's almost time now, though, to start focusing on next year.
That's right. Thank you, Matt. Well, when we come back, Laura Monserrati will join us for your 7-day forecast. Stay tuned. You're watching KTVE Region 10 News, coverage you can count on for Bastrop, Farmerville, and El Dorado.
Here's big news on term life insurance. Now you can get the protection your family needs from one of the nation's most respected insurers at great rates. Matrix Direct now offers quality coverage from American General Life, a highly rated insurer with over 75 years of experience. A 40-year-old man can get a $250,000 policy for less than $14 a month. A 40-year-old woman can get that same coverage for less than $12 a month. This is insurance you can depend on from American General Life, one of the nation's strongest insurance companies. American General Life will be there when you need protection most. Call now for your free quote on quality term life insurance. The call is free, the quote is free, and there's no obligation.
Call Matrix Direct now for your free quote. Call 1-800-620-6247. It only takes 5 minutes to get a free quote. That's 1-800-620-6247. 1-800-620-6247.
Hey, if quality is what you're looking for, then Cost Plus Furniture can save you more. With no down payment, not a thing to lose, we're gonna make you a deal that you can't refuse. Where your dollar buys you more at your Cost Plus Furniture store.
Good quality at a great price with brands like Ashley, Rose, Stratford, Simmons, and Bimco. And 12 months, same as gas.
At your Cost Plus Furniture store.
KTVE, Region 10, El Dorado, West Monroe.
Good evening, I'm Region 10 forecaster Laura Monserrati. Well, your Doppler 10,000 right now showing nothing in the way of rainfall, unfortunately, no matter how much we need it. But your 7-day forecast is calling for a slight chance of some showers on Monday night, Tuesday morning. Believe it or not, highs tomorrow will reach the mid-70s, then finally cooling off just a bit to the mid-60s the rest of the week.
And that's all of our time for now. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to join us right back here tonight at 10. Have a good night.
Get the news you need on your way to work and again on your way home on the locally owned Radio People radio stations.
Hi, everybody. I'm Donna Hanover here at the Nethercutt Museum in Southern California. Welcome to this high-speed edition of Fine Living's Homes and Hideaways.
A room that moves